The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Detroit Lions and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey,
they'll start this drive out on the ground. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
22 middle. Hey, go steal. Opposite, read. Hey,
they'll bring a receiver in motion right.
50 fears, ready?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Looking to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's 4. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now Lance. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Hey, go Fury.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Anthony Schwartz, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. An extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Ready,
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Strike. Check, strike. Check,
To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
In motion comes the tight end left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This one incomplete. Almost picked up by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 15. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Slot man moves right. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. but a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd and 7, Lance. And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. The Jaguars at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing now is Lance. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Lance now on 1st down. Going deep for Diggs. And this one is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Nwangu going to get it on the counter. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. So they went with a trickery there on the fake punt, hoping to catch that return team flat-footed, but it did not work out.
And you were talking about trying to catch him flat-footed. That's what they were hoping for, trying to catch him off guard. That's a well-coached team on the other side. They were more than prepared, and they were able to stop it.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Second and 14. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Here we go.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16.
Come on, set. Striker, 3-3. 6, 7. Yellow, go. Cluster, 6.
He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. They'll try and run for it. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Lions.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Hands it off out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Micah Parsons in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Get ready. Check you.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Garibay on to attempt the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Back to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. They'll set up to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
That's pulled in at the 32. Trucks over him. Oh, he sheds himself free. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Lance. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ford. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Off of play action, here's Lance. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jags will extend their lead here just before halftime. An extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now 21-7. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half.
Here we go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Hey, green. Blue, yellow. Black, ultra. Cut.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Ready.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Lions will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it here. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have the Lions first down on a well-designed play there. That gets them 16 to move the chains. He'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
6, 7. Watch it, 6. Hey, man, bring back. Ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Jones will come now in motion right.
White, field, black. Field, blue.
2nd and long. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. It seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Go, 10. Red, yellow. Blue, go.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Now Willis on fourth down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different.
Taking it right down Broadway. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Anthony Schwartz with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Give them 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
This offense on 3rd down today, can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
On 1st down, Lance. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Jaguars are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. An extra point up and good by Garibay. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DK Metcalf, 35 yards. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
Now play fake. Lance. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ford.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Garibay on for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now back to throw. Open man is Uzomah. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Detroit. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. That one looks like he'll throw here.
They'll get this to the wrong dude.
And he'll be out right at the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just...
He's got a man, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Ready.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense walks off the field. They can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Jaguars, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. it.